and this is already 1% of the population. Like, I don't think women understand like how rare the guy they want is. Now, I'll be honest with you. There's millions of women in America that look like you, have your build, you know, are in shape, etc. Maybe have bigger boobs but look just like you. That will change. So how are you going to compete with these women?
I don't compete with anyone at the end of the day. It's just me versus myself.
Go, Queen. All right, go ahead. You got it.
Nothing.
Come on, Queen.
The right person's
Am I gonna get a little like you're gonna?
No, you good.
And nothing's worse. Nothing's worse than watching a race and seeing one or two people at the starting line that didn't realize the race started.
I should race.
Life is a competition. Life is a competition. And guess what? Can you imagine a man walking around? A man walking around and saying, "I'm not in competition with other men." That's insanity. Like.
But at the end of the day, like I know my value in life and where I'm at. I'm very content. I'm very
the value that what's on the screen.
I don't need a man. Fuck what that's.
There we go. Now it all makes sense.
No.
Now it all comes to the 1% for most guys.
I called you Latin earlier.
I feel like that only applies to the 1% though.
No, and I'll tell you why. Because most of you won't come across or know where to even find a 1% man, and you're actually going to be fighting for the top 20% man.
Yep.
But
that's actually much more your. That's actually much more your speed. You got lucky.
No, here's what it is.
No, she ain't lucky,
here's what it is. I'm his personal assistant, so I run
married.
We just started dating, but I'm his personal assistant, so I run. We just started dating though. Well, not dating, but you know, we've been together for almost a year.
Oh, so he's fucking.
I mean, he can do whatever he wants. He's my baby.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
But
sorry, my bad.
No, it's okay.
He's lit.
So, like,
no, but
truth,
I feel
man.
like the competition aspect. The competition.
See, she's smiling. Look at
what?
Bro, just let her talk, bro.
All right, fine.
The competition aspect comes when you're competing for the 1%. Most guys are losers. They're going to accept anything from a woman. If you literally cook and clean for a guy and do the most bare minimum, most men will actually like want a relationship with you. Most men can't even get pussy accessible to them anymore because
why?
Of all of the stuff that's going on, like with women, you know.
So you're effectively saying most men are not attractive to most women.
So what I'm saying is like it's easy to gain a husband. It's easy to get a man because most men are very.
It's not easy to gain a husband if it's not the man you want to marry. It's not easy to. You're not getting a guy.
Why does his looks matter? Why does his looks matter?
Well, you got to ask the ladies why the looks matter. You got to ask the ladies why the height matters. You got to ask the ladies why.
None of those things matter though.
To you. It does matter to all the women around you.
Wait.
Height,
girls,
salary, his build.
What do you mean? I'm not arguing with him.
His masculinity.
I'm listening to him.
Et cetera, et cetera. There's a whole host of things that most women have standards for, which disqualifies most men. So whereas for you, you're comfortable and you're set, most women today are not. And when they get post 30, it actually gets harder. So when we're saying, yeah, absolutely, it is a competition.
And here's the other
because
thing,
y'all don't want all the men that's out there.
So she's lucky because she's got a guy out of her league. That's why she's satisfied and happy. So it's on you to keep him, right? See, she rolled her eyes, bro. He's better than you in every way.
No.
There's a million girls that look like you in Miami, bro. That's another thing too. Let me be honest with you, girls.
And he tells me
Stop for 2 seconds. Let me be very blunt with a lot of you women. A lot of you girls are fucking replaceable. Okay, the things that women bring to the table that men actually want are very easy to find, very replicable. Don't be a pain in the ass. Be quiet. Don't argue with me. Don't be a whore, etc. Submit to me. A lot of women can do this, okay? But the problem is that the things that you guys are looking for are not easy to find. Decisive, confident, in good shape, tall, money, competent,
clout,
right? Can teach you something. Maybe clout with some degrees, right? In her case, in good shape. So this is very hard to find. So the problem is that there's way more of you than him.
Facts.
Kanye West famously said this, right?
What?
There's a million yous, there's only one of me, right? There's 1,000 yous, there's only one of me. And he was very right about that.
What?
Because even Kim Kardashian, as famous as she thinks that she is, guess what? There's a lot of bitches that look like her that aren't whores, that didn't have sex on camera, that he could go and get a younger version that isn't a whore and be fine, okay? Because the reality is Kanye West carries more sexual market value in the dating marketplace than Kim Kardashian does.
How many Kris Jenners are there?
What?
Her mom.
How many?
Kris Jenner.
Yeah, who's this list
so
of
basically
men?
you're just saying to lower. You're saying that women should just.
I'm just asking.
Not care how men look.
I'm not going to.
That's a nonsensical question. It has nothing to do with the topic at hand. The topic at hand is simply this: men's standards are lower than women, so therefore we can replace you guys easier.
Yeah.
So the higher standards, the more you got to get in line and shut the fuck up and acclimate to the man. You want a 1% guy, but let's be honest, you are a 90 percentile woman.
What should I change?
How do
What
you
would
know
you
that?
say your advice would be to change that into a bigger percentile for me to expand to potentially find the man?
Well, I'll tell you this. Okay, I'll do a fitness example with you, right? Let's say you wanted to cut and do a show, right? What would you need to do?
A clean diet, low cal, low carb diet, high protein.
Perfect. You'd have to put yourself in a calorie deficit, right?
Yes.
If you don't put yourself in a calorie deficit, you are not going to lose the weight.
Correct.
Now, what would you do to get to that calorie deficit? Would you do whatever was required to hit that goal for that shoot or whatever it may be?
100%. You need to make weight.
Can you drink?
Perfect.
Can you drink?
Yeah.
No, you have to sacrifice.
Fuck. Okay. So you would do what's required. Because you would need to do it, right?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you this. If you didn't need to do all that stuff, would you do it? If you could have lost the weight without putting yourself in a calorie deficit, would you make yourself suffer like that?
If I didn't need to?
If you didn't need to. In a hypothetical. Obviously, we know scientifically you do.
No.
You wouldn't, right?
No.
So let me ask you this. Why would you bother to be attractive to get a guy if you don't need him like you claimed? See where I'm going with this? If you only want
I feel
him,
like they're two
you're
different
not going
categories,
to...
though. You're comparing two different
But that's what I'm trying to explain to you.
topics.
If you don't need it, you're not going to work hard enough to achieve it. Like if you need to cut weight by a certain day, right? I need to be in a calorie deficit. I must do this. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it. Same exact thing with a man. If I want a higher status guy, 1% that's attractive, I need to acclimate on his schedule. But the problem is that women think that they're going to, in your situation, I'm going to eat in a calorie surplus, but still lose weight. It's impossible, right?
Right.
Same exact thing with getting a more attractive guy. You must by definition eat in a calorie deficit to a degree to get that guy. You have to make sacrifices to get that guy. But women think I can have it all. I could be a raging bitch, a feminist, rude, obnoxious, keep my standards high, and still get my man. It's not happening. It's not fucking happening. I'll tell you this. I can't get no fucking Instagram model bitch and be a broke nigga working at 7-Eleven, right? Or outside panhandling.
You sure?
What if I told you guys, yo, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not changing. I'm going to be outside of 7-Eleven, homeless, with a fucking thing saying, give me some money. I want to get an IG model. Would you guys say I'm delusional?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I'm homeless and I want to get a bad bitch. You guys will all laugh at me. So why is it that women think I'm going to be myself, be a raging bitch, be annoying as fuck, and still get a top tier guy?
True.
Right? Isn't it kind of wild?
Okay, so
But
wait.
just broaden, you don't have to. That's why. Never mind.
You wanted the Instagram model?
Yeah, I'm saying like if I wanted to get a very attractive girl. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm
So-
homeless.
Never mind.
Homeless.
All right, so
You would laugh at me, right? If I said I want that bad bitch.
earlier he said that the woman would have to lower her standards, lower how she wants to live or whatever. So if she did that just to be with you, then would she still be an Instagram model? And would you still want her?
I'm gonna clarify something real quick. A lot of ladies that are hearing lower their standards, what that actually is
Well, I said
making.
to what
I'm saying
extent,
is
I asked.
actually it's about making your standards actually realistic for who you are and what you bring to the table. So lowering your standards is usually because it's too high for who you are and what you bring to the table to begin with. So that's the starting
alright.
point.
So if I'm an Instagram model and I have created something for myself,
Okay. And what is that?
whatever I have created, I'm just speaking
Is that
in general. I'm not
is that
speaking
huge
on
following? Is that a lot of money? What's
my lifestyle,
Okay.
the lifestyle that I have. So
Cool.
I make enough to where I can get my nails done, or I can get my hair done, or I
Travel.
can buy
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So if I'm there already,
Mhm.
right, and somebody I want to get with someone, or someone wants to get with me
Okay.
in a relationship, why would I expect less than what I'm already getting?
Okay, you read way too deep into my analogy. All I'm simply saying, because she wants a 1% guy. So I told her,
What is a 1% woman? Female.
No.
doesn't exist really.
Yeah, it doesn't
Not, it doesn't really exist. And the reason why I say that is
I'm
because
the hidden gem, and so is the guy I'm trying to find. So
Well, why are you?
All right, so what?
No, but wait.
What
Oh my gosh,
makes
this
you
is such
different,
a
though?
dumb conversation.
Well, no,
Literally,
wait,
the dating pool is not even
Pause,
1%.
pause.
Majority of
What
wanted
makes
to-
you different though? From all
I'm just
other girls?
independent. I really don't need a man unless
these
for a
girls on the
family.
panel.
This
So
is
what?
such a dumb.
Like, I feel like a lot of these girls like want a man, but I don't actually strive for a man. I want the man to come to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like, I'm not out here searching for a man or being like, I need to be married by this age. I understand, actually put it in better perspective when he kind of explained it. You're wasting those 15 years on this. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe like I do. If I'm not married by 25, this plan B is like, you know, I'd be open to fostering kids at the end of the day.
I really
Okay,
like
so
your,
one of your
walls.
I guess things that you said makes you special is that you're independent.
Yeah.
Do you think men care about that?
Yeah, well, they care because they want you to be codependent on them. They want to take
They
care
want to
of you. They want
fuck
to
you.
guide you.
They want to fuck you and your ass and your pink twerking.
All right, let's go back. Let's go back to her
Sorry.
real fast, and we'll address this. Okay,
Let's ask,
well, let's go with
though.
her.
Let's be
Chris,
nice.
Chris, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, come on, man.
Let's ask, bro. Like,
Bro, just take a seat, man. Just leave. Just leave. Just leave. Let me run this shit,
But
bro. Okay, let's go to you first. So you read way too much into my analogy when I'm talking about the Instagram situation.
Well, I wasn't just talking about the Instagram. I was just saying.
Well, you're trying to peel it black to explain it. All I'm saying is, like, if I'm a homeless man and I'm a bum, I cannot expect to get a bad bitch. That's all I'm saying. I use the Instagram model just as a placeholder term.
No, yeah.
But I'm talking about a very attractive young woman.
No,
I cannot attract her because my sexual market value is too low. That is the equivalent to a woman like her, no offense, that might be physically attractive, however, has very bad characteristics that are not conducive to a good long-term relationship. Okay? Because guys that are in the 1% are going to want something in return from their woman, not just looks, because beauty is common. Does that make sense?
yes.
I feel like
Beauty
it's the same for
fades,
women,
too.
though.
No, well,
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's the same for women.
What do you
What's the
mean?
same for women?
That women don't just want looks; they want something else. Also,
Precisely.
They want to be.
No. That
Both people want to be. fulfilled.
precisely. Okay. So who has higher requirements? Men or women?
Facts.
Depends on the person.
Okay.
Was-
In general, who has higher requirements? Women or men?
Do you want me to answer what you?
Yes,
wanna
Jasmine.
Just in general.
answer it like you, Yvonne.
Who has higher requirements, men or women?
Come on, Jasmine. You can do it.
Hear? I can't answer that question. I guess.
You don't know
All right,
that
ladies.
women.
For the rest of you,
Women.
who has higher requirements in
Women.
general, men or women?
Men would fuck anything. Men would do anything.
Women have higher standards,
Women
right?
have higher standards.
Women have higher standards.
Oh, okay. Good job.
Okay. So
They don't
since
even have-
women have higher standards, right, men have to bring more to the table, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Jeff, don't laugh, nigga.
This is pulling teeth. I don't know why we're not acknowledging the very basic facts.
the most selective.
People should just be of their word.
I'll make it even simpler for you. The most selective men don't even come close to women that aren't as selective. The pickiest guys don't even come close to girls that aren't that picky. That just goes to show the big difference between a man's selection and a woman's selection. Men fuck who they can, women fuck who they want.
Guys, fuck you, and you.
So this whole situation, like, you don't, bro.
Believe it or not, another way to look at
Incredible.
another way that I think can be really effective to look at it, and I've actually used this in different discussions with folks, is kind of how it relates to like when you go for a job, right? When you're going for a job, what do you bring with you? You're
selling yourself.
Yeah, your job description. You know, you wear the part.
Your portfolio.
Your portfolio.
Your resume.
Your resume, right? And imagine if you slid over your resume, and the job that you wanted and everything that's on the resume had nothing in common. Completely irrelevant.
Are you listening to that? What
Like
you just said?
Yeah, yeah.
completely
That's like common
irrelevant to
sense,
what
though.
it takes to get the position.
Yo, Myron.
You like, oh, but I did 3
No,
years.
she needs to pay attention to this.
I
Can you
did
say that
3
one more time for her? Because she didn't listen at all.
Yeah, no. Facts.
No.
I got distracted.
No.
When
See,
you slide your resume over for a job position that you say claim to want,
Okay.
and then the person looks at the not job description, your resume,
Okay.
and they look at it, and they're like, well, this is a pretty interesting resume, but this has nothing to do with the position that I'm trying to hire you for. And you're going off about, wait, I worked 3 years at Chuck E. Cheese, and I worked at Chick-fil-A, and I've done this and done that. And they say, ma'am, this is a job for accounting. You would be like, okay, but I want the job. And they were like, yeah, but you're not qualified for this position.
Right.
None of the prerequisite things that we're looking for in terms of experience, in terms of what you bring to the table, in terms of your credentials, warrants me picking you over the other candidate whose resume does show those things. So if you want now you claim, as of right now, in your early 20s, I don't care about this. This isn't something that I want. Unless you can project this out for the next 60 years, at some point in time, you may actually feel differently. So if you do want the position of being a wife, it would behoove you to actually get out of your head and thinking, I don't need to care about this. I don't need to change anything. I don't need to adjust anything. Because when people get on the other side, it's insane. It's really, really difficult. So what's on the resume of a woman who's ready to fill the position of a wife?
Are we talking about
In
nowadays
general.
woman
In-
or traditional woman back
Period.
then?
Of all civilizations in all periods of time, that the man that they want would want. So if you don't know that, I'm not shitting on you. That just means, all right, I got to put a little bit more time into me. Spend some time with wives. Spend some time with older women.
Well, I'll tell you this. She's already fucked, and I'll tell you, you're being way more polite about it.
Yeah.
See, you said I'm independent. By being a wife, by definition,
I
that means
did
you
all
are...
that wifey shit before. I'm just
Okay, be quiet for 2 seconds. Okay. Yeah, be quiet for 2 seconds. You need to listen because you have a very hard head, and it's very obvious that you've dealt with retards, and no one's told you that you're not as smart as you think that you are. So let me be very clear about this. The first thing that you put out there was saying I'm independent. That is fundamentally antithetical to being a wife. By being a wife, by definition, that means you are dependent. So if you want to be a wife and find a guy, you need to shut the fuck up and be dependent. Being independent will keep you independent in perpetuity. You got to pick one. And I'm telling you this as a guy that's a higher earner. We don't want bitches that talk back to us. Multimillionaire, I'm going to tell you, all of us think this way. We don't want women that talk back to us, that tell us I'm independent. None of this bullshit. Because I could go get a girl that's 21 that's going to shut the fuck up when I tell her to. And she could put the fries in a bag and she don't got to do it no more.
I'm going to shock y'all with what I'm about to say.
We don't care about independent women.
I'm going to shock y'all about this. He doesn't have to be a millionaire to feel that way either.
Exactly. Higher earner guys.
I'm not a millionaire yet. But way before I could get to that point, I feel the same functional way. And I learned with time that when I started to respect myself more and prioritize the women that just get it, it's way better than trying to mold a woman into being the one that I'm looking for. Why would I have the time for that? Why don't I just deal with somebody who just gets it, likes me, treats me well, respects me, changes and adjusts the things that she was doing on her own without me? When she's realizing and seeing, well, I want to do life with him, it makes sense for me to adjust these things. One of the things that should be on your resume is the ability for you to be teachable.
Here's the other thing, too, I will say, ladies.
Yes.
All men feel this way, whether they make $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, it doesn't matter. Their ability to be honest about it is contingent upon how much money they make.
There
So
you go.
once he makes $50K, he can't really tell you to shut the hell up because he needs you to make money and work with him. $100K, hey, you know what? Cut the hours back, chill out. $200K, $300K, that's when he starts telling you to shut the fuck up. Over that, he's not even going to tell you to shut up no more. He's going to go get another girl and divorce you or leave you or whatever it may be. So I think women need to understand that a man's honesty, a lot of the times with what he wants, is contingent upon his income and his status, right? And the more status income he has, the less he's going to talk to you.
Facts.
So I'm telling you guys now, I'm warning you. You want a guy that makes a certain amount of money? He's going to expect something in return. Your guy that wants $80K per year, that's going to be a guy that's higher earner that's probably going to make more than that in the future. He'll listen to your back talk for a year, 2 years, 3 years. At some point, he's like, man, fuck this shit, bro. He's going to get rid of you. That back talk shit is not hot.
7 years?
Men hate it.
If you don't get this, 10, 15 years from now, you're going to be talking about the man you're going to be sharing. Okay? Because that's what's next on the list. If you think, oh, that'll never be normal in America. Oh, we didn't think OnlyFans was going to be normal. Now it is.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't think a lot of the industries and things that's going on 10, 20 years ago that we have now, we didn't even know that men and women not being able to get along and have conversations without disrespecting each other was what it turned into right now. In the future, unless you're planning on being single in perpetuity or dating women, if you don't get this lesson now while you still have the youth on your side, the option is going to be you reaching out, hey sis, how you feel about a sister wife? How you feel about, can I be number 2, number 3? Because that's what's next. Because a lot of women would rather stay alone than end up with a guy that they really didn't want.
She's laughing, but he's dead ass. I'll tell you guys, I'm never going to be monogamous again.
What?
Every single girl I deal with, I tell her I'm having multiple women. Well, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's too. I don't give a fuck
Well,
what you
why?
like.
15 years from now,
Why?
marriage
I wanna do
won't
that
be
too.
on the table, is what I'm basically saying for
see,
most of y'all.
I can say that because there's only one of me and there's thousands of millions of you, so I can say that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, ladies.
That's when the guys are super conceited like you. You guys are so conceited.
Here's the difference.
It's a numbers
Hold on,
game.
You
hold on,
think
hold
you're
on.
a millionaire
Hold on,
and
hold
you're
on.
big,
I mean,
this
hold
on,
guy,
hold
and this
on.
guy.
He's in
Hold on,
He is
hold on, hold on.
No, he is.
I had to
I don't
earn.
care. I don't care.
Hold on, stop for 2
Oh,
seconds.
you don't care?
Stop,
He doesn't talk.
stop. I had to earn this ability to be conceited. I had to earn this confidence.
Yep.
Competence leads to accomplishments, which leads to confidence. It's different. Women, you guys are born with your confidence because you guys, maybe in Maybelline, whatever the fuck, makeup, titties, whatever. Men, we have to fight for our confidence. We have to fight for our ability to be accomplished. And once we do get the title,
Yep.
people say, damn, other guys want to be like us, other women want to be with us. So yes,
Yep.
I am going to be conceited because we have to earn that.
Drake?
Women don't earn their conceitedness.
Chris
You're
Brown?
22, you haven't done anything.
Wait,
but you're
what?
very conceited, right? So you, another, what were you saying? You were going to say something?
Well, I was gonna say, so then what was the point of feminism if we didn't have to earn our conceitedness?
Women never had to earn their conceitedness. And that's, I would argue female conceitedness is a problem. It's a big reason why a lot of you guys stay single. It's a big reason why you guys don't perpetually can never stay happy with a guy because you guys think you're worth more than you really are. But the reality is, there's a lot of women like you. That's the problem. You guys don't see that. You all want a 1% guy, but you guys are all 99 percentile chicks.
Yeah, you fine.
But how do you
Actually,
Would you
sorry,
call
0%
yourself
chicks.
a high value
that's what I
man?
asked you.
Would
So
you call
you're
yourself a
saying-
high value
you're
man?
saying-
That's a gay term. I
But
hate
you're
that term.
saying-
Yeah.
I think you can never call yourself that. That's
Correct.
what other people might attribute to you.
Yeah.
But what I am saying is that men that are conceited, men that are that people say are cocky or whatever, 9 out of 10 times they've done something to create that cockiness or conceitedness because we must become. At 18 years old, I'm useless. Ain't nobody inviting me to a fucking yacht party, right?
No.
Ain't nobody inviting me
But
to a mansion party.
99% of women don't want you because you want multiple women, and women
You know
don't
what's,
look for
you know what's
that.
interesting?
Okay.
Actually, most women will break that rule for the right guy.
Yep.
They break that fucking
Chris
But
rule
what
all the
about
time.
you? What about you
It's
breaking that
eternal.
rule? You just said you're with multiple women, like that's
Yeah.
what you do, right?
Yeah.
So if the right woman were to come into your life, you would break that cycle.
No,
Okay, then. So why should she?
because there's way more of her than me. It's very
But how
simple.
do you-
Supply
okay.
and demand, ladies.
All
So,
right.
ladies, it's numbers, right?
But like
Supply and demand.
financially, like where's your value? Like what's your value?
What do you mean by that?
You
I
say
think
there's
she's
only
asking
one
what's
of
your
you.
network. Oh my
Yes.
God, net-
Why is
Financially.
there only one of you? Because I've seen billions and billions of the same you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, billions?
Billions?
Okay, thousands.
We saw 1% on the
wait,
screen.
wait.
Thousands.
I'm saying
She's
we
just
saw
saying-
1%
she's
on
just
the
saying
screen.
She's seen many.
Okay, so let's be honest here. Do you think there's more attractive men or attractive women?
Well,
Why is it all about attraction at the end of the day?
Yo, Chad.
Beauty
Attractive-
fades.
Chad.
Like you're talking about you want a good girl,
no,
traditional.
But here's the thing. That's the
It's just
problem. See, thank you for
contradicting.
proving my
Yeah,
point.
no,
Beauty
not
is your
just-
main commodity. Thank you for proving my point even further. Beauty is a
I
woman's
would
main
have crashed
commodity.
out, Chad.
That's not true
It's
at all.
not a-
Yes, it is true.
Well,
Because
that's
you're a
not-
model. You're a model.
I don't think
You
that's
get
what-
paid
I think
to,
we're
like, show
getting
them
off
tits.
topic.
That's not true because
want a
we
boob
don't
job.
have tits.
You want a boob job. Why?
No, we're getting off topic.
I
We're
think you
sorry.
guys are definitely
Okay, you guys-
mistaken.
Chris.
Listen, after
What
this
about the
interview,
few
Hold on,
percent of
hold on
women
one
who
second.
work
Hold on one
hard
second.
for themselves?
Hold on.
They do it
Hold on one
themselves,
second.
and they
Hold
do
on
No
it
one
one
for
gives
them.
a
Listen.
fuck about a woman working hard or
That's
making
why
money.
you have 20 different
Nobody
girls
cares.
that look
Don't
the
crash
same.
Nobody cares. Yo, look.
And that's why there's
Here's the
billions
difference.
of you.
Here's the difference. Okay, let me be very honest
That's
with
just
you.
blunt.
You're a cute girl. If you worked at McDonald's or you did the cosmetology that you do, no one would care. You'd still be able to get dates. If I worked at McDonald's or I did what I did, it would really affect the way for me to get dates.
I think that's cap.
That is my point.
I think that's cap because he's an attractive guy.
I would struggle with
sure?
girls.
He's a cute guy.
I appreciate that.
Attractive.
Cute?
I appreciate
Very
that. Thank you.
attractive.
I appreciate
It
that.
doesn't
But
matter.
ladies.
Which fucker?
Chris, stop. We're not part of the show.
I don't know what ethnicity are you,
Call me back,
but
ladies.
you know I'm not into black guys.
Nigga, man.
He has 10 different girlfriends, so you can't even try it anyway.
Ladies, that's not what important, okay?
Okay.
Because here's the thing: a male attraction. Let's go with that.
That's
Oh,
where
you're
your
handsome.
value's just
A
down.
male attraction.
It's down.
Male attraction
But it's
does not
not
go
just
as far
love.
as female attraction. I'm never going to get into a club for free because
Facts.
I'm handsome. I'm never going to get invited on a yacht party because I'm handsome. I only get invited on a yacht party if I know the right people. I make a certain amount of money. I have a network. You, on the other hand, can get into that yacht party or get into certain social situations because of your beauty. A woman's beauty burns brighter and stronger, shorter period of time, but it goes way further. A man's handsomeness doesn't get him anywhere, unfortunately.
Alright.
So it's not the same.
I mean, I met a lot of
A
male
black chick
models,
left?
but I
don't
get it.
believe
But
that.
no,
She left?
bathroom.
Oh.
Oh, wait.
Now
What?
black chick is leaving.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Like,
The glue was getting into her head.
What time is
yeah.
it?
It will.
So,
I mean, like, it's-
so
it's-
real quick,
well,
ladies, because for between what Myron's saying, what I'm trying to communicate, same with Chris, I have a very, very short story, and I hope it could be helpful.
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was 29, about 30, I had to fly to Chicago. My family lives out there.
Love Chicago.
And when I got my layover,
Both of them leaving?
yes, I had a layover in Atlanta.
Alright.
And it was only for like an hour and a half. Flew from Philly, Atlanta, from Atlanta to Chicago. I had a dating app on my phone, BLK, Black.
Oh, black?
Yeah, it was on. It was
shit.
popping, right?
Niggas, all right.
When I
At
left,
least one of us using black.
Yeah, bro.
when I left Philly, I forgot that the app was on and tracking my location. Atlanta, it picked up the fact that I was in Atlanta, and then when I got to Chicago, I turned my phone back on. I had 70 women that had initiated contact with me.
Why?
Which of those 70 women do you think would get to dictate and tell me what I can do with women in the market? I had been in one city for an hour and a half, and I had landed and got in the car in Chicago. That was 6 years ago. What makes you think the overwhelming majority of women have any leverage over telling me what to do? And now, again, I'm not a millionaire. So if almost 80 women are matching with me, choosing to initiate contact with me, just by me getting on a plane and landing, and then getting on another plane and landing, with having no
married?
Yes, but the point that I'm trying to make is, I don't think that y'all understand what this young lady, Sunshine, was struggling with. Is this is why it's so important to not kind of go off of just that initial feeling of I'm going to do what I want. I don't have to need a man. I don't need to change anything. Because when we say your leverage is effectively gone at 24.
That's what I was trying to explain to her. Is like
the leverage is gone.
Like the beauty is common, and that's what men care about. Okay.
Men only care about beauty. Only.
That is the main commodity that men care about.
It's a starting point.
Who's gonna push your wheelchair? Like, let's say you get paralyzed tomorrow.
I like makeup.
One of
but
the
I don't
10
always
bitches that you're seeing. No,
Well, statistically
I don't
speaking,
think
actually,
so.
yes. Actually, statistically speaking, yes. Actually,
So you have to think
But-
long term.
but yeah.
Like, who's gonna push your
but
wheelchair?
actually, statistically speaking, one will. But the point I'm trying to make is that the
She's your
main thing
number
that men look for is beauty. That's common. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The things that you guys look for are harder to find because women's standards are higher.
But you're saying, okay, you're saying that the main thing that men look for is beauty.
Yes.
It's a starting
But
point.
then we were just talking about attractiveness for men. So are we also talking about the physical attractiveness?
Our handsomeness does not go as far. Okay, here's the thing. If I'm an ugly man, or average looking or whatever,
women fall in love with ugly men. Like,
this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Fresh.
But that, Chris, stop, bro.
I mean,
An ugly man, right, can make up for his ugliness in other ways. He can make money. He can be charming. He can be charismatic. He can be funny. He can be famous. He can be a good person. He can be polite. He can be charitable. There's many ways
like
that a
make
man
me
can make
laugh
up
out
for
of
being
my-
ugly. But if a woman's ugly, it's over. She's not even gonna. The
facts.
guy's not even gonna want to talk to her if she's not attractive first. You understand? At least a man can make up for his lack of
but
low sexual market
women can
value.
also make up for that.
No,
What?
they
I
can't.
mean, I've seen
Yeah,
women
that's-
that
Too
are
much
not the best
contradicting going
looking
on
being.
here.
Yeah,
Is that why are you making that face?
Is that
I mean, I'm
common?
just-
Is that the exception
I
to the
never
rule?
said. I mean, I never said it's common, but it happens.
Okay,
It all
so-
goes
I
back
think
to the
it is more
boobs. You want to
common
see
for
them
average women
natural,
to be
but
with-
I don't know.
you
I feel
just
like
told her
we're
not to get them.
I think it is more common for an average woman to be with a high earner, an average looking woman to be with a high earner, because she's gonna take more than what a supermodel pretty girl.
Well, I tell girls all
as
the
a
time.
wife,
I mean,
I've
I
seen
tell
more.
I tell men that are high earners to get more average girls, 6 to 7s. You don't want to get like an 8, 9, 10 because these girls tend to come with problems. But yeah, but they're gonna have side chicks that are 8, 9s, and 10s.
But those don't matter. You're just a side chick. You're
Oh,
not
see? She gets
benefiting.
it.
Who cares? You're you're. Okay, anyway,
I'm loyal to
No, no,
one
no.
man.
No.
No, I'm just telling you what it is. Like, look, if you want a guy that's going to be more faithful, that's going to have no other women, get a more average man. That's fine.
Yeah,
There's
that's
nothing wrong
true.
with that.
I've
That's
heard
not
that.
true. You can have a completely
But
high value man,
Who?
higher than yourself.
Who?
My ex, for example.
You're single.
Yeah, I said my ex.
Yeah. So
Why aren't y'all together then?
Yeah. Why?
To be honest, domestic violence, and I told you that in the beginning.
Because he wasn't high value.
I'm sorry.
He wasn't high value because it was domestic violence. He punched the shit out of you, or like some like verbally shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
I don't want to get into it, but as far
Yeah.
as being, I'm
Well-
not gonna tell you like what he did to me,
He
but
wasn't high value.
Yeah, if you're punching chicks, bro.
I don't think you should down a situation.
I'll be
if you
damn
don't have a
right
place to
that
be in.
he
You don't know what
doesn't
He
put his
wasn't high
hands
value.
or
Yeah.
scream.
You were a friend, right?
Yeah, any dude that's punching girls is not higher status, bro.
Or because
I
of
mean,
girls, so, you know,
not higher value. Look,
I
look,
don't see you respecting women.
Yeah, I don't. And I'll explain what I mean by this. Yeah, I don't.
Exactly.
Look, and here's the
So-
thing. This is precisely what
Like I
women.
said, nobody's gonna push your wheelchair.
Here's the thing. You need to listen for 2 seconds before you just like respond. You just you just listen to respond. When I say I don't respect women, I don't respect women as equals, and that's precisely how you want it. Because if I respected you as an equal,
How I want it at all.
Listen.
That's not how I want it at all.
Well,
Everybody just needs to go back to the traditional way of a woman being a woman and
All
a
right,
man
so
being a man.
Chris,
But you want
Chris.
10 women at
Okay.
once, so it's not going to happen
hold
to
on,
you.
hold on. Okay, you just said you want a traditional relationship, right?
Correct.
You do understand that a traditional relationship is inherently unequal.
Yes, I do understand that.
Okay,
I am not trying to be
So
equal.
I don't respect women as equals. Why? Because I understand traditional relationship dynamics. I am the leader. I am the dominant force.
Understood,
So
but you said you don't respect women. You
You
didn't.
know, let me finish what I was saying. I said I don't respect them as equals because that's not what they want. You guys don't want an equal, and you just said it yourself. You admitted I want a traditional relationship. A traditional relationship, by definition, is not equal because I have far different burden than you do. So we are not equal by any means of the
I wouldn't
imagination.
want to be equal
But-
either.
So then what are you mad
Okay,
about?
wait.
What are
I'm
you
not
complaining about?
mad. Who's
I don't respect women as
complaining?
equals.
But wait,
What? That's
I
what you
have-
You
want.
say you
I have
disrespect
something-
women, but you got 10,
No, I said
20,
I don't
30.
respect them as equals. That's what I said.
disrespecting them. But I get the status of the
It's-
whole like.
That's not disrespecting them. That's actually respecting them even more so because I understand their limitations. If me and you were dating
But
and
we
someone
also-
broke into the house, I would be disrespecting you by saying, "Hey, I need you to go fight them with me."
I wouldn't be with you because you got 10 bitches, which means you're not a good man.
This was a hypothetical. Can you use your
Like-
brain for 2 seconds and like get
It's
out
not
of your
hypothetical.
get out of your emotions for 2
Hypothetically,
seconds?
It's not
Your
reality.
brain.
It's not reality.
Hypothetically, again,
It is.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh yeah.
Just
No
wait.
woman wants to be in that position where they're competing against 10 different other women.
you guys are so
they're
fucking
not-
dumb. You can't even go into the hypothetical
But
where we're
wait,
not talking about 10
Myron,
women. I'm talking
I'm-
about.
I'm listening to
listen,
what you're saying.
listen for 2 seconds. You guys are so goddamn triggered about 10 women. Let's assume I'm monogamous to you.
Okay.
So
Okay.
then let me have 10 guys.
Okay.
No, no, no.
Let's assume
Let's be
that
equal.
makes you a whore.
One girl.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
let's
Yeah.
assume
Can we relax?
let's assume we're in a monogamous relationship. Use your brain, ladies, and think for 2 seconds, and just think and listen. Monogamous relationship, traditional relationship. I'm the breadwinner. You're at home. Some motherfuckers break in. I tell you, I need you to come fight with me. That's not fair to you as the female. That is not your job. I'm going to tell you to go hide in the fucking closet. I'm going to go get the guns, and I'm going to go deal with the problem. You're going to call 911 and stay in a safe area. Lock yourself in a room. It would be unfair. It would be irresponsible. It would be evil of me to tell you to come fight with me because that is not your job. Guess what? That's not me treating you like an equal. And that's precisely what you want. You want me to be the one that's going to be on the front line and deal with the problem while you stay in safety. We are not equal.
Heard.
That's what you want.
That's not what I want.
Oh, you want to go out and fight with me?
I
You want to go out and shoot these motherfuckers with me? Yeah?
Hell no. Hell
Exactly.
no.
Brother, but I'm not going to
I'm
war.
sorry.
Men got drafted, not women.
So then I'm giving you the inequality that you want.
That's fine. I don't want to
is
be
it-
equal with you.
So what?
So what the fuck are you bitching about?
I'm not
Yo,
bitching
Mark,
about
like,
anything.
this
You're
is
just
why
not a
I
top
wanted to
tier
crash out
man
of
with
it.
10 girls.
No,
Like,
this
it's
is kind of
just
funny though.
You're still stuck on the 10 girl shit.
because
We're
it's
way
just
past
not
that.
value. Like it's
That's
just
way way
you
past
keep talking
that.
about women and respect women. Honestly, I have nothing left to say.
Look, he's rich as fuck. He can do whatever he wants.
It's not yeah, I mean
I don't care. Put $1 million on me, and you can take it home with you.
Discussing out, man.
Look,
Yo,
man,
yo,
I'm just telling you, like, this is just how these guys think. Like, you're so stuck on like 10 women or whatever. Look, guys that have money a lot of times or have status, they're gonna have multiple women. I'm just being honest about it. Most guys are not monogamous
It's
to
never
have shit.
happened to me.
You think your guy never cheat on you?
Never. Never, baby. You can put him on this camera right now. Never. Why would he have a reason to cheat on me? I never
Yeah,
gave a reason.
let's trust the guy that beats on women. His word matters, right?
He
Yeah.
never cheated on me.
If he was punching you, I promise he was fucking other bitches.
Yo,
I promise you.
You can
are
promise
single.
me.
That's
all
not a
you
person
want,
of
but
good
you
high
never
moral
did.
character. That's
Yeah.
not a person
Yeah,
of high
like,
moral character.
sorry, say it.
If you're punching women,
Yeah.
bruh, you are absolutely on some other bullshit.
Yeah, sorry.
If you think he was being, oh, you know what? I draw the line at cheating. though.
but
Well, come over here. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey,
Then they can
hey.
write you and Ken at once.
Listen.
Hit her with the Hadoukens and all that. Hold up, I don't want any bitches.
But it's like, be like, just be real, man.
Be real, bro. Like, come on, man.
Oh, what? You triggered or what?
Are you talking to me?
Yes, because
No,
you like
I'm not triggered. I'm just looking for a time check. That's all.
Oh, Tom, because you're triggered.
I'm not triggered, honey. You
Yes,
told me
you are,
12:30 and we
love.
drove 3 hours.
Oh,
so-
12:30. Hey, you know what, girls? It's 2:00 almost.
Is it really?
Yeah, leave.
I'm missing the club
Oh,
tonight.
oh yeah,
Hey,
club.
oh,
Oh, yeah,
you
club.
crazy?
All right, who else?
Look, honestly,
Come on.
This has been
you
a
guys
fun
are gonna
summer.
get you guys are getting the
Oh,
best
I'll
advice
watch
ever
tomorrow.
Yeah,
right now.
Listen, can we
Well,
go
the
over these
best
questions
advice,
in the bin?
honestly.
All right, you know what, Ben?
Okay,
Yeah.
What, Ben?
Oh, wait,
Oh, yeah, that's what we're supposed to do before, right?
All right, fine. You know what,
Yeah.
girls? Myron, finish, and then girls.
No,
question.
I'm good. She's just like stuck at the 10 girls thing. Like that's what
I'm
triggered her. Not you, your buddy over here.
It's fine, bro.
She's so mad about the 10 girl thing.
I'm not mad about
Look.
anything. You live your life.
I think
You couldn't even listen to an analogy.
It's
She
the mic,
didn't
please.
understand. I think it was
Like-
a miscommunication.
To the mic.
I think it was a miscommunication because she thought when you didn't say monogamous, whatever.
Monogamous?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
But-
When she still kept bringing up these 10 guys or 10 girls, whatever,
Yep.
and
they're-
she didn't know that you were just talking about an individual. She wasn't trying to understand that it was probably just an individual and not 10 people. She needs to take the 10 person out of the consideration.
Well, no,
But either way-
the premise is basically I'm not going to be monogamous to one woman. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah.
But
I
are you
think-
treating them
Wait, life
nicely though?
choice.
Like, are they when they're with you? Are you treating them out?
No,
They
they're
don't
fucking
know?
dungeons.
Okay,
like,
exactly. So then they're
tracking
happy.
them.
So then they're happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And you want to know why they're even more happy? Because I'm up front. I tell them I'm
So
not
are
going to be
you a sugar
monogamous.
daddy?
No. What the fuck?
No.
Never.
No.
why do you? I thought you didn't want a
Dungeons,
sugar daddy
like-
though.
Yeah, it's
How do you
Dungeon
keep
Daddy.
up with 10 women then?
Put that on the shirt.
Look. I don't have like 10 girlfriends like you guys think. I have girls that I deal with, whatever. If she passes her vetting phase, then I date her seriously for a bit. Most girls don't make the vetting phase, so I don't take them seriously like that. They just
Oh, okay.
So
Girls.
you haven't found the person that you want to deal with and actually
yeah.
make the change for either.
Yeah, but
I'm not going to change for a woman ever. That's the worst thing you could do is change for a woman.
facts.
I mean, what if you say this now? I mean, you don't. First of all, you don't change for a woman.
Okay.
You change to become a better version of you.
I'm doing that by myself already.
Right. So
That's why she
okay,
was
so-
attracted to me in the first place.
But
Babe.
then, what if you find someone? You're saying this now, right? And you're not married, right?
Nope.
Okay. So
Nope.
what happens if you find someone
Who?
along the path that inspires you to change?
What? Change for
That-
what
Change for what? Have like
To
not have
be-
multiple girls?
though? Yeah.
I don't know, something that happened. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
what-
guess
what?
not have multiple girls or to change.
Not-
All right, let me be
something.
very blunt about this.
Yeah.
We don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't negotiate with women over here. I don't look at women as equals. I look at them as subordinates. The
Oh,
boss
shit.
doesn't listen to what the employee thinks. Your employee, you work for me or not. This is a prestigious law firm. You do what I say. This is my code of conduct. I don't fucking change for women ever.
But most women are turned on by that. That's why they want the 1%.
Precisely.
man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is why I will never change.
Oh, okay.
That's why we
Women-
want the
Okay.
1%. You see me?
I don't negotiate with women ever.
You don't.
Negotiating with women is futile. It will lead you to problems.
Yo.
Like she sits here and says, "Oh, you shouldn't have 10 girlfriends," blah blah blah. But the reality is, she doesn't want this equality
So
that
wait.
she's claiming.
She single? Single?
And I don't mean to
But-
blame you, to insult you, but this is the female paradigm. Did you notice that she was arguing for equality, but at the same time, I was making points that she doesn't want to be equal? Did you notice that during that conversation?
Facts.
I mean,
She literally got
wasn't
mad at me
really
for
listening.
practicing. She said, I said, I don't
Practicing
respect
what
women as
she's
equals.
preaching.
She went into a whole argument about why she thinks she's equal, and then I said, presented facts where you actually don't want to be equal. She's like, you're right, I don't want to be equal. I'm like, so what are you arguing then? That is female mindset.
Okay, so the reason why I'm asking is I like to read. Like, I like to read comments. I like to read in general.
Books, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Good book is called My Struggle
Yeah.
in German.
Oh.
okay. Jeff,
We're comedians.
how do you feel about what he's saying?
We're comedians. Jeff, you don't. Please don't. Jeff, don't answer that.
Because-
Jeff, don't answer that.
because-
Jeff, don't answer that.
Oh my
Jeff,
God.
we're comedians. We're comedians.
Why would you do this to me on this live? Oh my god.
We are comedians.
No, because we have
This is a
like
comedy
two
skit?
sides.
All right.
We have two
No,
sides
so
of the
I'll
spectrum,
actually-
right?
I'll actually answer.
We have a happily married man.
Yeah, I'll
and
actually-
then a single man that has a lot of women that he deals with.
Yeah, I'll actually answer. Number one, he's absolutely right that it's important for a man not to continually try to change and adjust for a woman because a
Correct.
lot of times they actually end up losing respect for that man.
Okay.
Because they start to see he's malleable. That I can make him do what he wants. I can
bitch.
make him do what I want based on my feelings
hoe.
and emotions. They want a man that's going to be a leader. Even when her emotions are good or bad, he knows what to do. So that's the first issue. Number two, that story that I gave in regards to the 70 plus women that were matching with me when I was just traveling.
Okay.
That's the reality of the market. That's the reality of the market, and it was created like that because as women started to continue to work, their desires and expectations for men went up. Now you have ladies like Sunshine over here saying they want a 1% man, and a lot of you are talking and behaving as if you want a top 1, 5, 10% man. You all are effectively in the 90%.
But what?
Just to clarify, just hear me clearly.
Yeah.
The person that's in the 90% doesn't have a lot of negotiating power over the person that's in the 1%.
Have you?
Remember,
like, how do
men
you
and
know
men.
that?
How do we know that?
How do you know that?
How,
Are you talking about the people here or just in general?
Okay, the people here and the people in general.
And what?
And how do we know this? Because of the attraction triggers. What you want and what I want are two totally different things. You want someone general, or maybe not you specifically, but everybody else at the table wants somebody that's taller than them. I would ideally want somebody that's shorter than me. You may want somebody that's stronger than you. I don't want to be dating a female bodybuilder. You may care about his money. I don't care about your money. So the reality is, when you keep trying to have these, well, what about men and the equal this and equal that?
But
nothing that we're looking at, nothing that we're. Before you respond, because as you're listening, instead of trying to engage to get ready to say the next part, realize what's being said.
Ooh.
Every point that's being made from here, and here is often about how things aren't equal and how things aren't fair.
Right.
The entire time, no matter how Myron has tried to explain it, even if I've said it in my professional way, there's a reason why it's not equal and it feels that way. It wasn't equal 5-8 years ago when you were getting more attention than you ever could and I could barely get any.
Dick.
Okay? So you have a run where things are going to be more in your advantage.
Okay.
That happens for us after 30.
Yep.
So everything you're attracted to and I'm attracted to are often the opposite.
Why does it happen before you're 30? And also,
Because
okay, you say it's the opposite, but
I'll pause right there and slow down right there. Why would I say that? Because an 18-year-old female and an 18-year-old male does not get the same attention in the dating market, right?
Why?
Everybody is. If you ask why, it's quite obvious. Because your main product that's being offered to the market is what? Your youth and your beauty. An 18-year-old man, for most women in society, 25, 35, 45, 55, do they want an 18-year-old man?
No.
No.
Even if he's handsome, they don't want
Even
him.
if he's handsome. Flip it. Take the same exact example. An 18-year-old woman, would a 25-year-old want to deal with her? Would a 35-year-old potentially want to deal with her? So what we're saying is our attractions are different. What we're drawn to is different. Everything that we're looking for in each other. So when you're talking about your money, what's equal, what's fair, it ain't. And that's why.
No.
And the women who get it, the women who understand the difference, they were taught, they were trained, or they did what you said you were so good at earlier, the ability to observe and adjust.
Right.
If you have great observation skills, you should start screening out and looking at the women in your life, the women you follow on social media, and seeing, are they having the outcomes I want? Versus the women who are wives, or like many of you have said, this is what I want.
Well,
I would suggest you surround yourself with those types of women and start being influenced with them. Because rather than if you're arguing with men on a platform about what men want, that lets you know how far off you are.
yeah. I'm not arguing about.
Now, I'm saying that I'm not saying that as a direct shot to any of you.
Yeah,
I'm saying if
Exactly.
you're going back and forth with men about what men want, and if a millionaire is telling you and a non-millionaire is telling you,
I mean, like,
We all think the same,
Okay,
regardless
well,
of income level.
okay.
We really do all think
I
the same.
think-
that's it.
I think
No, I
that
think so.
everybody wants different things, and
there
I
you go.
think
Majority of women want a man that's
Yes.
taller than them. A majority of women want a man that makes a good amount of money. A majority of women want a man that's very charismatic, that can hold a conversation. So
Okay.
although everybody may want unique, specific things, there's general things that both sexes tend to want. The majority of men want a woman that's attractive. Majority of men want a woman that's not going to keep talking back. That's
Yep.
not going to keep trying to get the last word.
Look,
Well, I
That's-
think
people are not a
that's
thing-
the
special
reality
thing.
I think you
People
just,
are looking for the same general things in a partner.
Yes.
okay.
is
Can
getting
I
way
say
too-
what I'm trying to say?
all
There you go.
What I'm trying to say is,
Hey, Joe.
yes, things are not equal, but they can complement each other.
Agreed.
If a man wants a woman that's shorter, the woman probably wants a man that's taller.
Yeah.
Who,
Okay.
mine?
And other things like that you already mentioned. The
Mhm.
woman is going to want the opposite or something that complements that. So what are we looking for? Are we looking for just looks? Are we like, what are we in relationships for?
Looks
in the
is
first
just a
place?
starting point.
I think
Like,
this
what
is a
are we in
confusion though.
relationships
Looks
in
is
the
just
first place.
looks
What
is
is
just
the
the
point
initial
of a
track.
relationship?
The
If that's
looks
what
is
we're
just
talking
it's just
about.
what gets your foot in the door.
I think the conversation
That's it.
actually got diverted. I think the whole point of this conversation is if you're looking for a husband, then you're not looking for the one percenter. If you're looking for a man to marry, then stop looking for the one percenter. Because if you're looking for a one percenter, you're gonna look to deal with certain things that you're just not ready to deal with. Look for a man that you want to marry. Find what is in your range that you're willing to deal with
there's
and
one
that
problem.
you want.
And I
then
don't
do
mean
that.
to. I know we're running on time, but when you say women don't want to look for the 1%, they shouldn't.
They don't
What
need
she-
to.
What
Why do you
she
need to
just
be a
gave,
1%?
what Sunshine just gave, is a guy that makes 80K, and is 5'10".
You're picking one
And that's
person.
above the average American income.
But what I'm saying is
But the man needs to make more than me, and I make nearly that. So like,
I mean,
I
at
don't-
least
what I'm-
80K.
yeah. So
Then
what
you
I'm
No,
would-
no one is
yeah.
shitting on your standards.
No.
No,
Fine.
no.
He's simply saying, because you're being delusional about this, most women want what she wants.
Yeah.
If not
Correct.
more.
But then you have to, as a woman, you have to look at yourself in the mirror and say, is what I'm wanting or asking for even what I want?
Oh.
Because if you're
well, that's
gonna
using
say,
your brain, and most women don't do that.
okay, but if you're
unfortunately.
then you're wasting your time in your life. And
I wish
and
more of them thought this
honestly,
way. But as you can see during the course of this conversation,
But
a
if
lot of
you're a
women are
high-
we're
retarded.
trying to put the mirror
No
up
offense.
right now in this
no,
conversation.
but as a high earning woman, most men want a high earning. Like most men who are married, if you look at the median income in the household, they're married to wives who make almost the same amount.
We
of
don't
money.
give a fuck
So
about
it's-
your income, man.
No.
Holy shit! So you still got the feminist propaganda plugged in you. Like
No,
they
no,
don't.
I'm not
If
saying
you
that
lost your
you're-
job tomorrow, your guy would not give a fuck. He would
No,
not
no,
care.
no. I'm not saying as a 1%er you wouldn't. But what I'm saying is a guy who makes 80K, who's an engineer, and has a wife who's a nurse, who's also making close to the same amount of
He
income.
never
that
made the
makes sense
decision to
him.
date her, deal with her,
Yeah,
have
bro.
sex
Oh, no,
with
no,
her.
I'm not
Hold on,
saying
this-
that.
no, but
I'm not
that's the
saying
point
that.
I'm making. So you almost have to stop referencing women's money to understand men's perspective. Your money means nothing.
Take
If
the
my
money
wife-
out of the question.
Yeah, if my wife lost her job today,
Thank you.
that would not change my feelings about her now or 6 months from now. If I lost my job today, 6 months from now, she gonna start scratching.
Yep.
Really starting to reevaluate if this is the guy for me long term, and that's a totally normal thing.
And healthy too.
Just by default of the fact that typically what you're actually speaking to is couples where both parties tend to make more money, especially the higher up they go in income, the less likely they are to divorce. That doesn't have any bearing on why it is he chose to stay with her. It just so happens that people who tend to make really great decisions economically, financially, and if they get together and make it past, I think it's 5 or 7 year period, they're statistically much better at staying long term than people where one person's making a certain amount and the other person's making nothing, or both people are broke.
But I'm
That's
saying
all that
the
means.
original
But
point
the
of the-
reason why he's staying with her, the reason why he's with her, has nothing to do with her money. As long as if we can establish that, then that will re-change. Because remember, you're giving advice from something you haven't done and haven't experienced yet. You haven't counseled married couples. You are not married. So when you're putting things out on the internet, over a microphone in front of other women who aren't even having what you have right now,
Yeah.
well, I'm trying
You
to
have the
tell
privilege of a higher earner.
Yeah, what I'm saying
No,
is,
no, I'm not speaking out of privilege. I'm
I'm-
speaking out of the origin of the conversation
Yeah.
got diverted. So we were talking about basically women being delusional and wanting a high percent earner and
Yeah.
not being able to get that because their standards are all fucked up, and then they're like, oh, I want a high percent earner, but I don't want to deal with what comes with that. That was like that was the basis of the conversation. So I was
Fair,
leading back to that.
fair. But
I'm
in
just
regards
saying
to
the
your second
conversation
piece,
got diverted.
yes, and I agree. But back to your second piece,
Mm-hmm.
ladies, you can work if you want to work. You can get whatever job you want to make as much money as you want.
Mm-hmm.
But when you saw the calculator that shows you very clearly how hard it is to find that man, I'm just basically suggesting if you find him,
I want to know what the 1% woman is.
if it doesn't exist,
cares?
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist because you're not a 1% woman unless you're with a 1% man. Do you ladies understand that a woman is trying to take a man's last name? Your identity doesn't matter. Your career doesn't matter. Your background doesn't matter. All that matters is, can you get an attractive guy and have a family?
Yeah.
That's what matters. That's a woman's legacy. No one says,
My
oh
parents
man, what
have
was her
been-
career? What did she do? Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. A man's last name carries on, not a woman's, for a reason. And you all
Kobe.
want to take that man's last name.
Jay-Z?
My mom didn't take my dad's last name, and they've been together and very much in love.
Is
for
that-
as long
is
as I
that-
can
Rare
remember.
situation, almost never
Yeah.
fucking happens.
Yeah.
How old is your mom?
Yes,
She's
yeah,
45.
Comes from a different era. Women aren't doing that shit no more. They're not making it work with a guy that, whatever. Like, women want a guy who's superior in every way. Does your dad make more money than her? Or at least in the beginning?
I just don't ask those questions either. That's
Okay.
You should.
There's got to be some dynamic
Why?
as to why they've been lasting for so long.
Like,
But in general, look,
I've
your-
seen that they're very.
your
much in
situation
love,
is a
so-
rare situation, but women want to typically get married and take a man's last name. No one cares about a woman's last name. We don't take women's last names on. You guys want to take our last name on, which means you need to go ahead and find a guy that's better than you to take on that last name so you can be proud. No one cares about a woman's career. I'm sorry. It does not affect your ability to find a man. You lose your job tomorrow, Rolls Royce guy ain't going nowhere.
Yep.
Okay? Guy that you're with, you decide to go and say, I don't want to work no more, he's probably not going to leave you.
Done.
Right? Your guy.
Yep.
You ladies, you can work at McDonald's, you can work at McDonald's, you guys will still be able to find dates.
Yep. Right?
No, it's not changing your ability to
Right.
find a guy. But ours is. So this whole concept of like
Bro, done, bro.
all right, man. All right. Whose question is this one? I don't know.
You
Which?
can ask whose question too.
Well, I need to know which one was a black girl so I can get rid of it.
Oh, shit. Yeah, thanks.
That's why I'm trying to.
Wait, why would you get rid of it? Of the question?
She's not
The
here.
black girl, she's not here.
So why?
Aren't they anonymous though?
Yeah, but
Anyways. so-
Yeah, but some girls like to say it was them after they get the answer. All right, what triggered you so bad that you started a show hating on women?
Oh, hey. Yo. Why?
That question ain't for me.
Yeah,
Probably the black girl.
here's the thing. Yeah, it's probably that's what I was gonna say. This got to be the black girl.
Oh, me.
Here's the thing. The show, us making fun of women or doing this nighttime show, this is just a part of what we do. Honestly, I don't really like talking to y'all that much because I think women are generally stupid.
Facts. Hey,
I do my
it's hard.
political show. I enjoy doing that way more than doing this and talking to women because women are very hard-headed and don't understand certain dynamics and they're not logically sound, no offense. But what I've noticed is the prettier that you guys tend to be, the less logically sound you guys are. Like these two, you guys are good looking, but you guys are not that smart, no offense.
Yeah,
but that's
facts.
okay though. You guys will be fine in life. Okay. Have you ever given a female grace or you have hated on everyone?
Oh, yeah. Grace, yeah.
Is there questions? No.
No, pardon.
Okay.
I'm just trying to read it. to see if I can-
What does your dream girl look like?
Tight, hot, pretty,
Quiet
quiet.
and not a
Pretty
whore.
quiet.
Yeah.
And not a whore. That's a big one, bro.
Jeff?
My wife.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
I
Yeah,
love
he's
that
married,
for
bro.
you.
Amen.
I love that for you. Good job.
Well, ladies, keep in mind that us getting married is not the goal. That's your job to get married.
Yeah, facts.
I mean,
It's your job to lock us down and get us to propose, not the other way around.
Sure,
Girls,
like-
because like I've noticed that I don't know if you noticed it. Like the girls are kind of like, "Oh yeah, you're married. That's so great."
no.
That's
I mean,
his
good for
wife that
him.
did a good
No,
job.
But he's happily married. That's why I'm saying that.
But it's not his job to get married. Is my point.
Yeah.
Because women tend to be like, "Oh, you're married." Like, because I noticed this a few times. A couple of you guys asked him, "Are you married?" From a qualifying position, as if his duty is to get married. His duty is not to get married. It's your job to get married. So when you ask a guy, "Oh, are you married?" That's not really like a gotcha. Like if a guy says, "No, I'm not married," good. That's like me asking,
Gotcha!
"Do you fuck people?"
Who hurt you, nigga?
Asking a question. Do you fuck people? Retarded question, right?
Bro. She does, right?
That's a retarded question, right?
She does.
No.
I mean,
Do you agree that
I've been in
that
a
was a stupid question I just gave you?
No, Mark.
Sure.
Retarded, right? Why is it retarded?
Because if I'm in a relationship, then
Fair. And also, you're a woman, young, fairly attractive. You can get laid whenever you want, right? Exactly. So, a woman saying that, a woman asking me if I'm married when I can marry a girl easily because girls want to get married to me, that's a retarded question. Just like me asking you if you're fucking people. Like, it's my job to get laid, it's your job to get married. Does that make sense? So, it's not a burn if a guy's single, unless he's a loser, of course.
so would you say like out of all well
A man.
let
I'll
me
be
let
honest
you
with
read
you.
your
A man's
questions.
job is to be in a position where women would want to marry him.
Ooh.
That doesn't
Okay.
mean that he has to.
Ooh.
That's all it. Like he just needs to be in the position where
but a
women
woman
actually
also
want.
has to be in the
Remember,
like,
don't do the whataboutisms.
No,
We're
no,
totally
wait,
totally
I'm
different.
saying a
So-
woman also has to do the things that she needs to do in order to be a married woman.
Yeah, but she has to get married. When all these women brag about all the proposals they got,
But you
that's
have
bragging
to-
about
Wait,
a
wait.
job.
You have
That's
to be
hold
the
on.
one
That's
he's-
hold on.
Chill,
And this is to
relax.
clarify. Hear me out.
Okay.
Hey, player.
The way in which you're judged. Remember, we're judged by two totally different screening systems. So, from a female perspective, if the goal is to get married and get his last name, and you don't get that, you've effectively failed. But for us, you judge us totally differently. As an example, when it comes to sex, if I find out you've only been with one man or no man, I'm running to try to lock you down immediately.
Yep.
If you find out I'm a virgin,
Yeah, that's.
you're going to be questioning what's wrong. Why is he a virgin at 25? Why is he a virgin at 30? What's wrong with him? Why does nobody else want him?
Yeah, nigga.
What?
Oh.
So that's the thing.
Yeah,
the reality is we have two totally different standards. Again, if I had 3 or 4 women that all wanted me to marry them, that's excellent. But if no man wants to marry you, that's a reflection of something going on with you.
All right. So why did you want to marry your wife?
Because she was rare in America.
Top 3.
Femininity.
Okay. Meaning what though?
Softness, the willingness to do some of the traditional roles. I mean, we're in America in 2025.
Yeah, sure.
I'm not looking at I need her to just
cooking,
she
be
cooks.
You know what I'm saying?
Normal stuff.
All right,
Cooks, cleans.
Oh, it's all normal.
No, but I guess it's not really normal today. But in the sense of a lot of the things that guys are fighting women to try to get them to do, it was very natural and normal for her.
What? Come? All right,
it was very natural and normal for her. Now, the real key was I wanted a woman that was very intelligent.
Okay.
Because one of the things I think a lot of guys don't think about is they're so interested in how she looks, they don't think about the fact that this is the woman that's going to be raising your child.
Exactly.
So again, just to clarify, when Myron, Chris, myself, and other people are trying to explain, the beauty is just the piece that gets you in the door. Correct. We obviously care about more than
just. If she has the same intellect, but she wasn't attractive, they would not be together.
Exactly.
Do you understand that?
I had to be attracted to her to even get to that.
You know what? Let me just fucking say it. You're in a relationship where you don't like your fucking guy. It's very fucking clear right now, and I can see it. Your guy is equal to you in every single way. That's why you have this blank slate equalism problem. I've noticed that you've had. Hold on. Let me, because I've been studying your ass the whole time.
I love that.
You have a flawed logic of equality between men and women. And this stems from your relationship, which is why you're not actually pleased with your relationship, with what's going on. Because you hold your man to the same standard that he holds you to. You guys have some type of weird partnership where you guys are equal. Maybe you bought into the whole partnership bullshit of we're 50-50 partners, whatever, which is a flawed relationship dynamic in the first place. But I'm starting to see here that this sounds like fucking Chinese to you because it's like your guy treats you like an equal. And that is why you don't want to claim that you're in a long-term relationship with said guy. So something is off here. Either you're lying about your relationship, you're not satisfied in your relationship, or a combination of them. Maybe you guys are on a break or whatever. But something is incredibly off here because your dynamic understanding of relationships is completely flawed. And it comes from probably the relationship that you have right now that you're not satisfied with, which is an egalitarian relationship. 100%. Everything that you say, that you argue, comes from blank slate equalism.
Yeah, blank slate theory. And it's the thing that feminism taught the population. Which is
I never said anything about equality. I literally did not.
Every talking point has literally been about things not being equal.
Things are not equal.
And you're the only one that has a problem with that.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I literally never said.
Do you prefer women to be dominant or feminine? That's funny. Who asked this one? I gotta know. You asked this one?
You sure?
No.
Black? No.
I feel like it was her, Myron. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably was.
No, it wasn't. I'll tell you.
All right. If whoever asked this question, let me ask you this. Would you want a guy that gets his nails painted pink every week?
Oh,
But he still makes money. He's still attractive.
No.
Would you guys want that? Okay. We don't want dominant women. What's something most guys wish women understood about men, but never said out loud? This is a damn good question. You want to hit that? Huh? Oh, is it good?
Oh, okay. Sure.
Smartest thing that you said all day. She had to write this one down though. So.
It can't be her. Damn, Myron.
I'll have you answer this one. What's something most guys wish women understood about them? And you've done a million.
I feel like we've said a bunch of the answers to this already.
Yeah.
But the number one is the belief that our roles are not the same and we're not equal.
Correct.
Men would love much of our arguments, much of us clashing, much of us going back and forth is because of the blank slate theory that convinces you that all things are equal and fair and should be exact. Like that's what most of the competition and arguments in the house, outside the house, on podcasts, is because of this back and forth of you don't understand my role and you don't understand your role.
Okay, what is your role?
That's
you should know the role.
Yeah.
The role should be outlined already before you guys should even step into the relationship.
Okay. Yeah. So most men would love it if one less thing we got to argue about is who's supposed to be doing what in the relationship.
Wonderful.
We would love it if you kind of just pick the guy whose program you already trust and whose leadership you can follow,
right,
versus undermining, constantly challenging it. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We want to get with the woman who trusts us, who believes in us, who wants to be led by us. We don't want to get with the woman who acts like that at the beginning, and then once she gets in the relationship or gets the ring or gets the kids, then she wants to do this power dynamic of fighting back and forth of who gets to dictate where we live. How does that happen?
Yeah.
His weakness of not standing firm on the type of woman that he can actually do life with, and her lying to herself.
What about what he said not being what he does?
In terms of his actions not matching his words?
Correct.
I mean, he lied.
And then I never said anything about being equal either.
Well, what I will say
compliment.
is, answering your question, very, very few men live a lie very long term.
Okay.
And that's most people.
True.
Most people, after about 3 to 6 months, start showing you straight traits and signs of what you end up leaving them for later on, 3, 4, 5 years later. So the red flags that you left the last relationship for, you knew those red flags long before you actually left.
Yes, I did. Year 5.
Yeah.
Year 5, I realized it.
Yeah. And if me and her was to do a therapy session, I would start to learn even more information about the type of guy he was, different things he was doing, and we'll start realizing, there was even signs even earlier than the 5-year mark.
Yes, because his household, his mom is the earner and his dad is not the earner. His dad is a stay-at-home dad.
All right,
it's
so
really weird.
He grew up in an environment where he wasn't used to even seeing a man have to provide. What type of dynamics could that play into his view of leadership, initiative, being proactive, being wanting to be the like that thing that's supposed to be born inside of each man? This was from the beginning. She's younger.
But I didn't realize that when I was 15. I wasn't even looking at that. I was not thinking about that.
All right. Here's a good question. Would you prefer who asked this question? This is actually a good question. Would you prefer a less attractive girl if she was a virgin and just for you, or a 10 out of 10 but she's a hoe?
Oh.
Good question.
Good question.
The virgin.
Virgin.
And I say that to let you guys know how much men value modesty. Yeah. For a long-term relationship. For sex, they don't care. Oh, whore, I love it. But when it comes to this is my girlfriend, this is who I'm going to introduce people to, this is who I'm going to introduce as my girlfriend, etc. Modesty matters a lot. Yeah. So that is how important. I would say most men will take a 5 or a 6.
Yep.
That is not a whore. That's not going to embarrass them over a girl that is a 10 out of 10 model, but a 3 or 4.
Yep.
That's how important modesty is to us.
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Okay. What makes you feel appreciated and seen as a man by a woman? You know what? I'll have you answer that because you could probably give a good more. Because I can think of what I would, but I think you could give a better answer in general. What married men are saying.
A few, because I mean, there's a million things that I think guys could really appreciate. But number one is the value of his voice. Whose voice matters the most in your relationship? Is it your girlfriend?
Right.
Is it your family? Right. Is it social media?
All right, definitely.
Whose voice matters the most in your relationship or your household? That's a big thing to most men because that's often the thing that undermines the relationship. Everybody else's input, everybody else's voice above his and his leadership. That's number one. Number two, his image. Most, what you just said, men,
ego.
The woman by a man's side shapes how society sees him. There's a reason why.
Great point.
There's a reason why Will Smith is not viewed and treated as we view and treat Denzel Washington. And it's not because of their acting careers or their accolades or how many blockbusters they sold. It's because of the woman next to him.
Yep.
Steph Curry is way above in leagues the woman he's with. Way above.
Aisha
Curry.
She's a hoe.
Nah, I don't do that. I'm not going to call her that. What I will say is she clearly isn't aware of where she is in the pecking order of you're an average looking woman with a mega superstar, one of the most famous people in the planet.
So she's
and the way in which you conduct yourself and talk about this man and throw him under the bus repeatedly to try to make him look bad.
That's all.
Will Smith is a multimillionaire, and there's men that's like me that will never trade places with him because of the woman he's with.
Yeah. Fantastic point.
All the money that he has.
I don't think anybody would want to be.
But that's the point. It's because of the woman he's with. His image matters.
And I want to add to that real quick. This is how important that is, right? Because you asked that good question. I really want to hammer this home for women. Kobe Bryant cheated on his wife. She didn't lose any credibility. Vanessa Bryant to this day is still revered as she stuck by him when he had that whole scandal and he had sex with that girl 20 years ago now at this point.
Yep.
R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant. Right? Didn't lose any credibility. However, I love that you brought the Will Smith thing up. Will Smith's credibility is tarnished because of his stupid ass wife. No one remembers Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. No one remembers, the rap music. No one remembers any of that shit. Because you can make the argument, and I'm glad that you brought up Denzel. You can make the argument that Will Smith has actually had better movies than Denzel Washington and has had more hits.
Bigger blockbusters.
Bigger blockbusters. You can make that argument, but no one thinks of it that way because of Jada and the Red Table.
There you go.
Oh, in other words, a woman can destroy your fucking legacy.
You can build it up or you can tear it down.
Oh, shit.
But those are the only two options when it comes to that man. So the way you dress, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, and what you display on social media is a reflection of his image.
Yeah.
So factor that in when you think, oh, I'm going to do what I want, wear what I want, act how I want. You should act that way when you're single. When you decide you want to be with a man, you're taking his last name and now a representation of him.
Yep. And even what you do when you were single could come back and hurt him if it was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think a man's reputation can be destroyed by a woman, but a woman's reputation is never really going to be destroyed by a man. Cardi B's fine. Offset looks crazy, right? So, okay.